I don't like that. Do it again.
Yeah. There we go. She is the homie. She knows what sound good.
Baby, you say it.
Welcome everybody to Peeps&Views. This is Proof is in the Play. I'm here with
Corey
and Katrina.
Yeah, and this couple's edition, y'all. You know, they volunteered their services to ask a couple of questions. I really appreciate you guys. My first question would be, how difficult is it, being that he's a military man, he's on the go a lot, how difficult is it to keep you guys' love strong and the fire and desire still there?
My question, obviously. It's not that difficult, just communication is key. You gotta keep it strong. You know, constant phone calls, constant text messages, and igniting the fire as little as, you know, babe, I miss you. I wish I could cook for you right now. And just the small things is all it counts. Those little sensual touches, and even if he's not there physically, just telling him, you know, I wish I could touch you. I wish I could, you know, speak to you face to face. It's those little things that just keep your heart warm while he's away, and the bed warm.
Does that help you out while you're, you know, because you out there by yourself serving our country, but in the same breath you got a family you don't come home to sometimes, you know?
Yeah, I mean, definitely it helps, man. Helps to keep my mind right, helps me stay strong when I'm away from her. You know, that text in the morning when I wake up, I see that text that I love you, that I miss you, can't wait to see you. You know, that just, especially getting that text in the morning time right before, you know, I start my day, that definitely, you know, helps me throughout the day, man. Knowing that I got somebody home, you know what I'm saying, that's there waiting on me, and that love me.
What's really sucks at times is that, especially for the past 3 weeks since he's been away, that I get drained at the end of the day. So, you know, either you fall asleep before talking to him, or we can both be on FaceTime and just like seeing the tiredness in each other's faces, and we go to sleep, say I love you, and of course you dream about one another, but in the middle of the night when he wakes up before me, or I wake up in the middle of the night, and then sending those like anonymous text messages and be like, damn babe, like I really wish you were next to me, or you know, like those little things, and waking up next to it, not even knowing you got that text message, it's just like that tear jerker, like, oh my man, you know what I'm saying? And then the kid that's running around the house that look just like him and asking about him, and it's just like, man, I know I got a real one out there, you know what I'm saying? That
sometimes, bro, man, we be on FaceTime when I'm away, we won't even be talking, so we just
breathing.
We just looking at each other, you know, yeah. But, you know, not even talking, but it's just the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we could see one another, you know, sometimes there's no conversation needed.
Yeah. You can put the phone down and still work on your work, or, you know, put the phone down and still be able to engage with your child, even though you know that he's just right there, not physically, just mentally and, you know, emotionally, just having him there.
It feels like, you know, you're still in the mix of things.
Yeah.
You still see a little bit of what's going on in the house, you know, that you're helping provide for.
Yeah.
Now, question: What lights your fire about her, or what tickles your fancy? What makes you want to keep going back to her?
Oh man, what drives me crazy? I mean, is it physical? I mean, what's the?
However it drives you crazy. What intrigues you about that woman to keep you going back? Because, you know, some men, we get, you know, our minds get cloudy a lot.
Tired. You just say it.
Yeah, I mean, what drives my fire is she's just like one of the homies, man. She's just like a bro, man. I mean, I think she's more of a bro than I'm a bro, man. Cause she, you know what I'm saying, sometimes we look at love movies and she be like, oh, that's gay, that's corny. You know, turn the channel, you know. So she just keep it, you know. She kind of keep me on my P's and Q's, you know what I mean. As far as I don't know about this love movie, man. She might not be feeling it. I might can't show my true feelings, man. Cause she'll check me. Like, I know you're not crying over this, you know what I'm saying, this bull crap, you know what I'm saying, so.
That ain't how our love is.
Right, you know what I'm saying, so that's what, and her, you know, and her freckles, I mean, that drives me crazy right there, man. So that's why basically when I'm away from her, that's what I envision, is those freckles on her face.
So what lights your fire about this man here?
Honestly, it's his drive. I've always been attracted, regardless of race, regardless of anything about a man, was his gentleness. And the intimidation factor of him all, I knew he was like untouchable. But as soon as he started opening up to me, like when we had no choice but to engage with one another, just his determination on who he wanted to be. He's always been driven on any single project, regardless of how little it was. When we started crate digging, his picture taking, his framing, any little thing, he was always driven to do it. It might only be like a 2-week span, or it might expand to like a month to 6 months. Like he will not stop something until he completes this project. It's not about the money. It was, of course, I'm very attracted to him. He's the sexiest man I've ever been with. But it's just his drive. That's just like it's a hard turn on with me. It's a major turn on with me. His drive in the gym, his dedication with his diet. It's everything. Because I've never been not so much of an accomplished person, but I've never been. I failed at a lot of things. I've never been, determined to stick with one thing. I'm a gypsy with a lot of things. I've grasped on one object and then I was like, oh, forget about it. One project is never complete with me, but with him, he completes me. It's I will never ever fail. I will never ever give up on anything so long as I know he's by my side. He got my back. He will never let me fail. And that's what lights my fire. Like him walking in the door and be like, well, I gotta cook dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no laziness. There's no sedentary anything in our household so long as he's there, and I cannot lose that. That's my fire under my butt.
I wanted to know, does his drive and determination kind of get in the way or conflict with things at times because of your personality and how you do things?
No, not so much. I mean, honestly, like just me being the person who I am, of course initially I'm just like, hey, come on, another project, or like you really want to do this, or like I don't think it's wise. But just knowing he's always going to complete it, I just let him do his thing. It's never an argument. Like it might be like a subtle argument in the beginning, but just knowing he's going to complete it, he never will fail. Just like a child, you gotta let them live and learn. You know what I'm saying? Just like him, he's a grown-ass man and he know what he's doing. So just me being his wife, I gotta support him. I have to submit to everything that he's doing, not only because it's biblical, it's because that's what a wife should be, submissive. A wife should be understanding, and a wife should just shut the heck up and just let their husband do what they have to do, regardless if they fail or if they succeed in it. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, baby, I got you. I got your back, and pick up the slack right behind them. So,
do you get discouraged at all? First, see, do you get discouraged at the things that you do? Because sometimes you don't know how to do it. Sometimes, do you get discouraged in that, or you just keep working?
I mean, it's always discouragement sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, once I'm discouraged or I'm not feeling right about something, I mean, that's what she's there for. That's who I talk to, you know what I'm saying, to uplift, to that upliftment. And you know what I'm saying? And she just, it's no sugarcoating. She'll just give it to me straight up. It's just like, nah, babe, I think that shit is whack. It's not gonna work. Or, yeah, I think it's gonna work, but I think you need to do this and do that in order for it to work. And so she definitely helps me when I'm discouraged. That's who I turn to with anything I do. Right.
Don't take this the wrong way between both of you gentlemen, is that, men tend to wear their feelings on their shoulders. Women do also, but we kind of got that poker face thing with us. They got that term right now, excuse my language, like that resting bitch face. That's how you know a woman is thinking. But men, for example, like he wears everything on his face, and he wears his feelings on his shoulders, and I'm not sure if men notice that. So like with women, when you got a real one, it's critical that you confide in your woman, so they will know how to target that situation. You will know if they're a real one or not if they just be like, oh, you whack, oh, you weak, and this and this and that. But if you got somebody that's by your side to just be like, no, you are not failing, no, you better not give up. And it's not so much as for the family, it's for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't give up on yourself. That's how you know you got a real one. But on both sides, you know what I'm saying? So
that's on our face too. I mean, we've been together long enough when we know something's wrong with one another, when something's on one another's mind. So I think it's a sixth sense, man. Like we know, you walk in the house or whatever, be like, oh shit, something's wrong, or you get that one word answer, and you're like, what the hell did I do? What's wrong?
Hey, you going down your Rolodex, see what you did today?
Right.
But I just wanted to know, like, what are the things that you wanted to work on to be better? Because you guys are a power couple to me, I feel like.
I think on my part, I could be a better communicator, man. Like I said, I don't really talk much. So, I think with her, she has to pull a lot of stuff out of me. You know what I'm saying? I just won't give it to her. So I think that's something on my part that that I need to work on.
Do you have anything you think you need to work on in a relationship?
Tons. I just wish I had the dedication that he was in certain things, in a lot of areas. But, at the end of the day, I would say communication also. Because when it comes to where, like he said, like when I don't feel like talking and, a lot of the time it's some assumption. And, he would think something's wrong with me when at the end of the day I'm just tired. Me just verbally just expressing like, baby, I'm tired, I had a long day, and expressing how my day was, it will be a lot more understanding on his part rather than him just thinking that I'm mad or, like I'm just going through the female ways of taking things, but it's not that at all. Just communication is key. Being a lot more verbal than a lot more,
I don't think the fire, I don't think we never have to search for fire, man. It's always there. Sometimes we just have to kind of sometimes talk and figure out what each other thinking so we can get back on the same path. But just because we could be riffing for 2 or 3 days, the passion and the fire is still there. Mm-hmm. We just riffing right now. We need to just get back on the same sheet of music, and we'll be good to go. But there's no fire lost, man.
Yeah, not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit?
No, because even when, like he said, like when we're ripping, he knows me. He knows. I could be pissed off, but I will never cuss him out. I will just shut down. I'll go into another room, and I try so hard not to show my anger, but like I said, I just shut down. I won't speak. I won't do anything. But he could just come in the room and just be like, babe, and he'll just know that little smirk, like it just pisses me off, but he knows he got me. So
like, what is the most favorite date you've been on with him?
Oh
Your
my
memorable
gosh,
date.
Is there just one?
Hey, if it's not just one, you can give me one a minute.
Our time's here. Yeah. And it's not even just because it's before we had the child. It was just we just used to lose track of time, and it was just constant talking. It was like I said, like I've worked with him and been around him for years, and then just those times we used to have alone with each other on random days. We were just chatterboxes, and walking the streets of Seattle and just nonstop conversations, just constant, and next thing you know, it'll be 11 o'clock at night and be like, oh crap, like we gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Just those days, not so much as like I miss, it was just those are memorable moments, and that's what grasped me back. Like today, for example, when we were walking up here, it just brought me back. You know what I'm saying? So
you knew she was somewhat special.
It wasn't hard, man. It was easy. For some reason, we just clicked, man. We just clicked. So it just me ending one relationship. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying? Like you knew her. We was high school together, right? So ending one relationship where you with someone when you in high school, and you know what I'm saying, it's weird when you think you're gonna be with that person for the rest of your life and it don't work out that way. But lo and behold, here she comes, and it's just, love refound again. So it's just like, it was a little bump in the road, but then it didn't take long for me to get back on track. You know what I'm saying, when I met her.
I just knew not to ask no questions. I felt like he needed someone, like I said, because he was always shut down and he was always just, somebody that you were always questionable about, but as soon as I knew that I had that opportunity to actually have him verbally speak to me, I just took advantage. Because, I mean, at the same time, I had no friends, you know what I'm saying? I was all up here by myself, and I was just like, you know what? We like the same things, so let's just make a friendship out of this. And then lo and behold, it was a total accident. Total accident. And then I just fooled around and fell in love, just like the song, you know? It started at music. It was a total accident. I would have never thought. It was a fairy tale. Major fairy tale. I tell people that all the time. Like, I never asked for it, but you know, it's like that crush that you see from afar, but you would never tell a person that. You know what I'm saying? And then lo and behold, it was a total accident. I would have never asked for it. You think about it, but you know, you would have never think that it was reality. You know? It's healing. You could tell he was butthurt, so you just can't. You just gotta leave men alone sometimes. You know, you just can't go.
Hey man, women, listen, man. Just leave us alone sometime.
That's real.
Do you think that God needs to be in the forefront of a relationship, or do the individual need to have that relationship with God?
Yeah, definitely. What do you think, babe?
Yeah, I think it falls on the individual first, and then y'all bring it together, you know. But I think I don't know, but you know, an atheist relationship may think it's different, but you know, we believe in God, so you know, when something's bothering me and I talk to her about it, the first thing she says, well, did you pray about it? Well, you need to pray. Let's pray, you know. So I mean,
see, and that's not being like Bible thumping religious. That's just showing that you have faith in what you believe in.
Yeah.
And I think having faith, not being a Bible thumper, but having faith in a relationship, it'll help us through, because maybe we need to pray about some things that's going on. And then, you know, praying together actually help heal together. You know how to work things out together.
Definitely, yeah. They lose track of their physical relationship, you know, and I don't think God wants that. Nope.
I don't think so.
this is Mr.
and Mrs.
Gravesande, and you watching Peeps and Views, Couples Edition.
Yeah.